Hi everyone, I am Pratyush Srivastav and welcome to my channel. So basically in this session we are going to deal with Python programming. Few important things related to Python programming we will discuss, like what is Python programming, what is a little bit history of Python we will discuss, along with that where we can use Python and what is a worst case scenario of using Python along with the features. So these are the things we are going to deal with in today's session. Coming to the what is Python programming? So as everybody is aware, it is just a programming language. Now, which type of programming language Python is? This is very important thing. Which type of programming languages? So remember one thing here, Python is a general purpose high level programming language. Python is a general purpose high level programming language. Now here two terms are very important. General purpose and high level. General purpose and high level. These two terms are very important. So what is the meaning of general purpose? What is the meaning of high level programming language? So if I am talking about general purpose. So many of you already know, sometimes you will see general stores. What is the meaning of general stores? General stores means a common store where most of the general things are available. Same thing is here. Python is a general purpose programming language. The meaning is you can use Python for common purposes or for every purpose you can use Python. So general purpose basically means that common purpose. That means we can use this programming language for any purpose. Okay, so that means this programming language is not restricted for a particular technology. We can use this programming language for any of the technologies. Okay, and we will discuss what is the worst case of using Python as a programming language, that we will discuss. So next term is your high level programming language. High level programming language. So basically high level programming language means programmer friendly language. Programmer friendly language. Now, what is the meaning of programmer friendly language? Programmer friendly language means we need not to take care, we need not to take care low level activities. Low level activities. Now, maybe you are having a doubt. What is the meaning of low level activity? Low level activity means where your object has been stored, what is the memory utilization, how much memory that object has been taking, that object is taking. You need not to worry about all these stuff. Okay, like memory utilization and other things, pointers which will hold the memory location. So these things are known as high level programming language. You need not to worry about many of the things. The syntax is similar to English programming language, and we can directly use that program, use that syntax. No any technical or no any complex thing which is there. Okay, these these two terms are very important. General purpose and high level. General purpose means common purpose. You can use Python everywhere, anywhere you can use. Okay, next is what high level programming language. High level programming language, programmer friendly. Okay, so most of the things are there. You can use your code directly. No need to worry about low level activities, how much memory it is taking, at which memory location your object is going to be stored. You need not to worry about all those things. That is the meaning of high level programming language. So this is just a simple definition. Actually, what is the meaning of Python programming? So till now we have only discussed what is the meaning of Python. Next topic that we are going to deal with is history of Python programming. Okay, who has implemented Python, when Python has been implemented? So these small things are also important. So let me deal with what is the history of Python programming. Okay, so coming to the history of Python programming. So Python was developed by Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. What is the meaning of Guido? Like, what is the meaning of this good? Like, who has implemented Python? Guido van Rossum has implemented Python. Now, who is the father of Python programming? Guido van Rossum. Okay, because he has implemented. Now we, like, he has implemented this thing, that is fine, but in which year he has implemented? In 1989. In 1989, while working at National Research Institute. National Research Institute. Okay, so when Guido van Rossum is working at National Research Institute, Netherlands, then he has implemented this programming language whose name is Python. In which year? In 1989. In 1989, Guido has implemented this programming language. Now, many of the internet sources or many of the websites are telling the official date of birth of Python, the official date of birth of Python is 20th Feb 1991. Now, Guido has implemented it in 1989, and after this, it is provided to the public in 1991. Now, here one thing you need to remember. Suppose that I'm a person, I have implemented something, some programming language or something, some new thing I have implemented. So that thing will directly available to the public. The answer is no. There are certain documentation that is going on. Behind the scene, there are certain documentation process. Complete documentation process is going to be happen, and after that this thing will be available to the public. So Guido has implemented Python programming in 1989, that is fine, but along with that, the Python programming is available to the pupils or persons in 1991. So officially Python is announced as a programming language in 1991. Okay, after completing all the official documentation process, this programming language is available to the public. Okay, so the official date of birth of Python is nothing but 1991, 20th Feb 1991. Now, one thing you need to remember, Python is implemented before Java. Before Java. Those who don't know, please remember this thing. Python is implemented before Java. Okay, Java is implemented in which year? 1996. 1996. That is JDK 1.0. JDK 1.0. Okay, so this is little bit history of Python. Okay, when Python is implemented, who is a father of Python? Okay, now one more thing you need to remember here. Who is owning Python? Like, who is taking care about each and everything about Python? Remember this thing, Python is owned by, Python is owned by. Okay, for example, we are seeing that new versions of Python are coming. So who is taking care about all those things? So Python is owned by one foundation, because Python is an open source programming language. Open source programming language means we need not to pay a single penny. We need not to pay a single penny to use Python. Directly we can use Python. It is an open source and freeware. We need not to spend a single amount. So if it is open source and freeware, who is taking care about all the enhancement in Python programming, in Python versions? So Python is owned by Python Software Foundation. Python Software Foundation. Okay, that is also known as PSF. PSF. Like in Java, if we are talking about Java, then Java is owned by, right now Oracle is owning Java, but Oracle is a private corporation. Okay, but Python Software Foundation is nothing but a donation, like it is just a type of foundation. Okay, in foundation you need not to give any kind of money. It's up to you how much donation you want to give. Let me show you Python Software Foundation or PSF. Okay, see here, it is a non-profit organization. Python Software Foundation, it is a non-profit organization. Okay, so this is your Python Software Foundation. So he is taking care, this application, this foundation is taking care about the versions of Python. Whatever versions are there, all those versions are taken care by Python with the help of Python Software Foundation. Now there are memberships are also there. If you want to be a part of Python Software Foundation, you will be a part, because it is open source. If you want to donate some amount, so here you can also donate, because it is a non-profit organization. So by default you need not to pay any money, but still if you want to donate some amount, you can also donate it. You can just click on this donate and you will see donate option is coming. So whatever amount you want to donate, you can donate it. It's up to us. So Python is taken care by a foundation, and the foundation name is Python Software Foundation. Okay, and it is a non-profit organization. Non-profit organization. Organization named as Python Software Foundation. So this is a very important point. Who is owning Python? Who is taking care about each and everything about Python? So Python Software Foundation is taking care about the versions or the enhancement in Python program. Next one is, next topic that we are going to deal with is where we can use Python programming. So in which technologies we can use Python programming? Okay, there are n number of technologies we can use. Okay, and most of the technologies we can go with Python, no any issues there. Okay, but next thing, in trending technology, what are the technologies in which we can use Python programming? See, the most important technology is data science. In data science, you can directly use Python, and in current scenario, we are using Python for data science. Python is a very core fundamental programming language for data science. Okay, next is your machine learning. Machine learning. So we can implement machine learning models, machine learning algorithms with the help of Python program. Directly, you can implement machine learning models with the help of Python programming. Same as it is if we want to implement web applications like website. Many of the real-time websites are also implemented with the help of Python programming. So we can also implement web applications with the help of Python programming. So for this also, there are certain frameworks that are already available like Django and Flask. These are the famous frameworks. Frameworks means a set of codes. Framework means a set of code. So if you want to implement a web application, we can easily implement a web application with the help of Django and Flask in Python program. Okay, so if we want to implement a web application with Python, we can easily implement with the help of Django and Flask framework of Python. Next one is, we can also use Python for data visualization. Data visualization means if you are having some data and you want to make a chart or a plot of that data, you can do that thing with the help of Python programming. Very easily we can do. We can also implement game with the help of Python. Now, which framework or which library we need to use for gaming? We can go with Pygame. So Pygame is a module or a library that is used for implementing game with the help of Python. So we can implement game with the help of Python, okay, very easily. Next one is our desktop application. In desktop application also we can use Python programming. Which modules or library we are going to use for that? Basically Tkinter. Tkinter is a module that is very famous for implementing desktop application. And other than this, n number of technologies where we can use Python programming. Okay, so these are the famous technologies where we are using Python programming. Now next question is, where we cannot use Python, or what is the worst case scenario where we can go with Python? So that means worst case of using Python programming. Okay, worst case of use, like in which technology it is a worst case scenario of using Python programming. So basically two technologies are there where it is not recommended to use Python programming. What are these two things? First one is known as mobile applications. Mobile applications. Okay, it is not recommended to implement mobile applications with the help of Python. Still we can implement. We can also implement mobile applications with the help of Python. We can do, but in real time it is not recommended to use mobile application with the help of Python program. Now, what is the reason behind that? The reason behind that is Python programming is slower as compared to Java and C++. Python programming is slower as compared to Python and Java. That is the reason it is not recommended to use mobile application. It is not recommended to use Python in mobile application. The simple example you can take, suppose that everybody is using Amazon app. Amazon app is there. Everybody is using Amazon app. Now, in that Amazon app, you will see there are certain certain images are coming. Now, you are trying to use Amazon app, and while loading, you are clicking on somewhere and it is taking approximately 5 to 6 minutes. So it is taking a lot of time because it is like whatever technology we are using for that Amazon app is very slow. That is the reason it is not recommended to use Python in mobile application. Now, which programming language we can prefer for mobile application? That is Java and Kotlin. These two programming languages are very useful for mobile applications. Next one is for compiler design. Suppose that if I want to implement our own compilers, so can we implement compilers with the help of Python? The answer is yes, but it is not recommended to go with Python programming. The reason is Python is slower. Then which programming language we can use for compilers? We can use C and C++. Basically, C and C++ are low level or middle level programming languages. That's why it is recommended to implement Python. It is important to implement compilers with the help of C and C++. Okay, so this is the worst case of using Python. Next one is what? Next one is features of Python. What are the features of Python? Why Python is recommended as a core programming language? Okay, so that is our next topic. What are the features of Python that is there? So first feature of Python is simple and easy. Okay, simple and easy. What is the meaning of this? The syntaxes of Python, the syntaxes of Python is similar to English language. Is similar to English language. English language. That means whatever syntaxes are there in Python, those syntaxes are similar to English programming language, English language. So it is very easy to understand Python programming because the syntaxes are similar to Python. Okay, the syntaxes are similar to Python. That is the reason Python is simple and easy programming. Next is what? It is a free and open source. Free and open source. What is the meaning of this? Python programs or Python programs or Python programming language, or you can say in other words, we can use Python without paying a single penny. Because Python is owned by a foundation. So you can directly use Python. You need not to pay a single penny. Directly you can use Python program. Next one is Python is a high level programming language. Now, what is the meaning of high level programming language? Basically, high level programming language is programmer friendly. That means you need not to spend much amount. You need not to take care about low level activity. That is your memory utilization. Okay, pointers. You need not to take care about all those low level activities. So that is our next feature. After this, it is platform independent. Platform independent means once we have written a Python code, okay, in one operating system, like Windows, we can run same program, we can run same Python code in any other operating system, The output of both the operating system is same. That means once you have written a code, you can use that code for any of the operating system. It is platform independent. That means you can write your code in one operating system, you can use that code in any of the operating system. Okay, next one is both functional and object oriented programming language. Now this is a very important feature. Okay, so Python programming is by functional as well as objects. That means we can implement our programs, with the help of functions as well as classes. That means you can implement your programs either with the help of functions or with the help of classes and objects. Okay, both things are fine, we can implement. Okay, there is no restriction that you know to implement your program either with the help of functions or with the help of classes and objects. You can implement either with the help of functions or with the help of object oriented programming. Both are fine. We can use Python programming for functional programming as well as for object oriented programming. Okay, now next one is what? Python is a interpreted programming language. Interpreted programming language. Now, interpreted programming language means in Python, the execution will be done line by line. Line by line execution will be done. So suppose that we have written some instruction. We have written some instruction. Okay. This is my Python code. In this Python code, suppose that I have written a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and c is equal to 30. And then I am writing print a plus b plus c. Plus b plus c. Now, how execution will be done for this code? The execution will be done line by line. The meaning is first this line will be executed, then this line will be executed, then this line will be executed, and after that your fourth line will be executed, that is a plus b plus c. That means line by line execution. This is known as line by line execution. Same as it is one more type of programming language is there, that is known as compiled programming language. Compiled. So in case of compiled programming language, your code will be executed at once. That means this complete file will be executed at once. Whatever code you have written in this file, the whole file will be executed. But in case of interpreted programming language, the execution will be done line by line. First this will be there, then this will be there, then this will be there, then this will be there. Okay, so that is the meaning of interpreted programming language and compiled programming language. Okay, in other words, if I can take one example here, for explanation purpose, then you can understand. Suppose that I want to move from Lucknow to Delhi. Okay, I want to move from Lucknow to Delhi. So this is my Lucknow, and this is my Delhi. Okay. Now there are two trains which are there. So let me take here. This is also my Lucknow. This is also my Delhi. Lucknow and Delhi. Now I want to go from Lucknow to Delhi. Two ways are there. First way is there is one non-stop train is there. For example, Tejas. There is one non-stop train is there. What it will do? Complete. It will start from Lucknow and it will directly go to Delhi. No any stoppages there. Non-stop. And one train is there which is having certain stoppage. That means in each and every station, it is going to stop. Each and every station, train is having a stoppage. Okay, train is having a stoppage. Now, which train will be faster? Non-stop train or this train? That means which is having some stoppage. Definitely the train which is non-stoppage train will always be the faster. In other words, in technical words, if I can explain, then you can see here, this is my code. This is my code which is there. This is my interpreted code. This is my compiled code. Okay. Now, in case of interpreter, whatever code you have written, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and print a plus b. Okay. A is equal to 10. Here also I am writing some dummy code. B is equal to 20. Print a plus b. Some dummy code I am writing. Okay, what is this print and all we will discuss. Now, this is my interpreter. This is my compiler. Now, what interpreter is doing in each and every line? First, this is my first station, stop. This is my second station, stop. This is my third station, stop. That means for each and every line, the execution will be done. Line by line execution it is. So definitely it is a train which is having a lot of stoppage. Whatever instructions you have given, one by one instruction will be executed like this. Whatever stations are there, for each and every station, your train is going to be stopped. Second is what we are having compilers. What compiler will do? Whatever complete code we are having here, this complete code will be executed at once. Complete code. Okay, so complete code means whatever content is there in this file, this whole content will be executed at once. So definitely this will be the faster one because complete thing is going to be executed at once. So Python programming is in this category, not this category. Python programming is in this category. That's why Python programming is slower as compared to other programming languages like Java and C. Okay, so here this is my compiler, this is my interpreter. Each and every stoppage, that means line by line, each and every statement is going to be executed line by line. Okay, so that is the meaning of interpreted programming language. So Python is an interpreted programming language. That means line by line execution will be done. Okay, so let me write here compilers. This is a famous interview question as well. Compilers versus interpreter. The simple answer for this is compiler will execute your code at once. Compilers will execute the code at once. Whereas interpreter will execute the code line by line. So that is the thing. So Python is an interpreted programming language. That means line by line code will be executed. Okay, so these are the few important features. Other than this, few more features are there. We will discuss that thing in next session. So basically in this session, what we have discussed what is Python programming, what is the history of Python programming, where we can use Python, and worst case of using Python, and what are the basic features of Python, and what is the difference between compilers and interpreter. Compiler means your complete code will be executed at once. Interpreter means line by line execution will be done. Okay, so that's it for today's. Okay, now please like I hope you like this session. Please subscribe and like and follow my channel for next updates, and in next session we will discuss more on this Python programming, how Python programming is working, everything we will discuss. So I hope you like this session. Please like and subscribe the channel. Thanks everyone.